What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another umamusume video. In this video, I hope y'all had a good weekend. And this is what day 3. By the time you guys are watching this, yes, because I'm back at 10 tickets because day 1 I had used 5, and then waiting past Saturday, and then or Friday night, then Saturday night gave me the 10 tickets. So yeah, it is day 3 for me. Day 4 tonight. For me, Sunday night. Day 4 to tomorrow, but my order is all different. So y'all will see this as day... Actually, maybe I could mix this as day 3 and 4, since technically I will be posting this on day 4. We can use both tickets. I can do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Whether I use 5, 10, just to see how far we go. If I do go 10 tickets, I actually don't... That'll be the first time I do that in the middle of the League of Heroes, and I don't know how that's gonna go. But you know what? we'll see what I choose to do. But before we do get started with the races and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I said it, but I hope y'all had a good weekend. But other than that, I mean, for myself, before I do jump into how would I do? I think we're fine for now. Before I jump into the comments, over the weekend, well, I guess Friday, Saturday, what did I do Friday? I know I did something Friday when it comes to the gacha games. I think I caught up on Wuwa stuff because there was a tower that I didn't finish. Although I admit that middle tower is a pain. The middle tower, specifically the last 2, were a pain. And then there was... I mean, even though the exploration are permanent, I still kind of want to finish it off before the next phase, just to, you know, get some currency. Some more asteroids. And then NTE, I think that was pretty much it for NTE. I did all the limited missions for 999 nights. All that's pretty much left is the button shop and whatever missions, like that's a permanent missions, I guess, since it's not part of the limited missions. And that'll be pretty much it for that game mode. But what I realized that I figured out over the weekend was there's a daily exchange in the 999 night shop, button shop. And it's one of those like useful materials that you could use. And I'm just like, dang, I missed out on some good materials. I think it's a universal materials too. I think I'm pretty sure it's one of those universal materials. So I was like, dang. So yeah, I probably gonna try and clear up the shop. And then maybe have some do some daily stuff try to do that daily, because it would probably help me build characters faster in a way. Anything else, NT? I don't think so. I'm pretty much kinda in a sense of pre-farming for Zonko. In a sense. But I don't think I've started early enough. Maybe I did, I don't know. Maybe I did. That's pretty much it on NTE, besides, you know, finishing up my city stamina before, for me, tonight's reset to the weeklies. And then Saturday... Well, Saturday was also NTE, because that's when I did the 999 nights, whereas I think I mainly focused on WoW on Friday, but also on Saturday, I did finish the 4.4 story for Star Rail. Now all that's left is, well, events. Besides, I think 1 or 2 events, but also the Fate collab story. And that'll be pretty much it. Even though it should update soon, but that'll be pretty much it for it. And honestly, the story in the thing about Starro, in my opinion, it kind of stands out in a way when it comes to the story, because I don't know, I just feel like it differentiates itself with like Genshin, and obviously Nonetheless has its own way of telling its story. But like amidst the some of the nonsense and I guess wackiness that it can be, I feel like it's just part of how Starro is. Like in between the story, there'll always be like, even during the middle of the story, actually, there'll be some, I don't know, goofiness or whatever going on, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But even behind all that, you can still see, like, in a sense, the seriousness of the story, because for me, at least, for me, I find when after finally catching up to the story, I feel like there's always this one certain part of said Starro story in whatever arc or whatever part we're in, where in a sense it'll try and get me into feels, and it did. It definitely did. I will admit that it got me into feels towards the end of the 4.4 story. I mean, it did get Starro has gotten me plenty of time in the feels, so I wouldn't say it's surprising, but I guess that's the reason why I do like Starro's story, even though all the other stuff, even though it might have some moments where it's like, why is this happening, or anything like that. But also because during the 4.4 story, I actually got some lore out of it. I got some good lore out of it, and I appreciate the lore. Like basically how the Astral Express came about along Himiko and all that. Himiko's past, how it started. And let me say this. The reason why it gave me the feels is because it gave me the same feeling of, well, of Himiko in Honkai Impact the Third. If you know what happened to that Himiko there, well, yeah. If you know what happened to that Himiko, yeah, it kind of gave me those feels, in a sense. So not only did I get the feels from what Starro was giving me, it was giving me, I guess in a way, reminding me of what happened in Honkai Impact Third. Even though I don't talk about it, even though I rarely, like, I'll be honest, even though I rarely focus on it, I still remember the story that I went through in that sense, but yeah. There was kind of like, there was Starro, then what that added on top, it kind of just made it more, I guess in a sense, more emotional for me, at least. Which is why I can appreciate a good story when I see one. I wouldn't think the story is good if it didn't get me in the feels. I wouldn't think it wasn't a good story if it didn't get me to the feels. But I think that's just like the thing about Starro, where amidst the chaos and all that, it still somehow, some way delivers, in my opinion. Or whereas everyone else could be hating on it, I'm completely just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying it. It's just, it is what it is. So I just gotta get the collab out of the way, and then catch up on the events. Then I should be able to focus on Genshin, because I did see that there is an event in Genshin that will be going away in 9 days, so I gotta catch up as much as I can throughout the week. Even with what's updating this week, Wuo with Chen Xiao, assuming there's gonna be a story for that. NT, obviously, there's gonna be a story for that. For the Scarlet Letter. Excuse me, and then not Zenless because it's phase 2, so I pretty much have to deal with two of the gachas as well as catching up with Genshin as much as I can. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And I think, well, obviously the half Annie. I think the half Annie's next week or this weekend. It's either next week, Monday, or this weekend. Either or, it's coming up. It's coming. I believe after the League of Heroes, it'll be like a few days before the before the half Annie, like 2 or 3 days. So watch out for that. And then next, I don't know what else, but yeah, for me today, I'm just gonna. For me today, Sunday, I'm gonna just finish the Star Rail stuff if I can. Maybe even go back to Wuwa if I have time to finish most, if not all, the exploration stuff. I was close. That was close. That's what I was watching. And I think that's it. Oh, and well, I remember, I think a video or two ago, I had mentioned that I think I was talking about Wuwa and how there was like a rumored leak. I don't know if it's either or about Wuwa collabing with S. Oh yeah, because I was talking about how Persona, the mementos was kind of like the other area in the High Roy and all that, how it could possibly work as a collab. But I was thinking in the sense of, I think because I mentioned SAO, that there was possibly gonna be a collab. I don't know if it's real or not. And then I had mentioned that. Does that mean they're gonna continue the anime at one point? And if I do remember correctly, I think I saw something about the anime returning this winter. So I'm kind of like, oh, did I? I didn't. Is it a coincidence that after mentioning it that it showed up? I don't know, because it has been a while since they updated the anime. It definitely has been a while since they updated it, so I was kind of just caught off guard that after mentioning it a few days later, they were just like, "Hey, here you go." But other than that, I don't think there's anything much to talk about. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So, I guess one more thing. I do want to try this new adversity level in Deadly Assault. Oh, and I think I said shield defense like the whole time on Friday's video. I meant to say Deadly Assault. That's my bad, guys. I literally logged in Zenless and I was like, wait a second. It's Deadly Assault, not shield defense. And I was like, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I want to try this one and this one to see if there's any difference. Because last time was Grittablooloo, but let's see what happens. We'll just see what happens. But I'm gonna start going over the comments now. Actually, let me refresh it because I'd have had it here. All right. Also, if anyone is into or has seen sports anime, I forgot who had seen sports anime here. I know there was some in the comment section. But anyways, I did see over on, I forgot where. I think it was YouTube. I think it was a short. That there was this new basketball anime. And it was, I hate how they were comparing it to Kuroko no Basket. Because they were basically comparing comparing how they animated this versus Kuroko no Basket, which was like more than 10 years ago. Like, bro, come on. That honestly kind of triggered me. It's like, why would you even compare animes that have been released like 10 plus years apart? It's stupid. It's honestly stupid, in my opinion. It's like they're doing. Obviously, their approach between the two are different, also. Well, in a sense, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what I don't even know the name of the anime. All I know is it was being compared to Kuroko no Basket, and I was like, bro, you have the nerve to compare to that. Imagine they had compared it to Slam Dunk, which was older than Kuroko. So, and I ain't gonna lie. I really do like Kuroko no Basket. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And this was also made by Production IG, which also made Haikyuu. Which in Haikyuu they did an amazing job, which was after Kuroko. So yeah, I just hate the fact that they were just comparing the new with the old. And it's like, bro, that's like one thing you shouldn't do. That's like one thing you shouldn't have done. If it was to a more recent one, not like 10 plus years, and I guess maybe, but I don't think. I think the most newest basketball anime was. I don't remember the name, but I do remember it was the main character was based off a short character, but he was still good at what he did, at playing basketball. And he was in the team was basically like a group of I guess technically you'd say a group of misfits, but but two of them I believe like actually did enjoy playing basketball. I think they were brothers also. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't think it even continued, which is a sad thing. Which is the sad thing. I feel like sports animes are a big victim of those, where they'll have an anime series for season 1 and they'll just not continue. I don't know about the manga or anything like that, but I feel like they just don't continue unless it's like really popular. That's why when you think about sports anime, you're mainly thinking like the main ones that most people would have seen. Like you go with Ice Shield, 21, Kuroko no Basket, Slam Dunk, Prince of Tennis, Diamond no Ace. If you talk about baseball, recently you could be like Blue Lock, but it's like a different kind of soccer in a sense. More recent. I mean, kind of recent. Yowamushi Pedal. Actually, I don't even think Yowamushi Pedal is as well known and globally because it's only been focused on JP, but it's been releasing like I think it's 4 or 5 seasons now. And in my ass in Anime Expo, there was one person. One person that me and my brother were the only ones who recognized this pretty much. The person's cosplay because it was the jersey uniform in Yowamushi Pedal, so. But there was hella Haikyuu and all that, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna start going over the comments now. It doesn't seem like anything has been added while I was talking. So here we go. Comments starting off with Ostas, because there's only one. I ended up downloading the original Arknights on PC after all, and I'm glad I did. As I mentioned, I got used to playing with my fingers on my phone quickly, but here I adapted to doing everything with just one hand in 5 minutes. It turned out better than I thought. Everything runs smoothly. Now, after 3 years, the phone is free. I mean, to be honest, I feel like if you can get out of your phone, it will not only be good for your phone, not for your phone's sake, but also I feel like just like anything, you just gotta try it out and see if you're cool with it. And that's all it really took, right? That's all it really took. Because for me, the reason why I got a tablet, in a sense, is to free my phone from all the games I had in my phone. Most of the games, at least. Because I guess the only games I play on my phone consistently now is rhythm games, or when I feel like playing global on my phone and not on the computer. So global pretty derby, that's pretty much the only use for my phone. Everything else is either on my computer, and then the smaller games on my tablet, which has been working perfectly fine. And also Star Rail. If I mainly for my dailies and all that, I do Star Rail on my tablet. But if I do story and all that, it's obviously on my computer. Because I want the bigger screen. I want the bigger screen. I want to listen through my headphones. I just basically getting myself immersed in the story again, basically. But yeah, I assumed that it would have been fine. If it didn't, you would have just went back to your phone. Simple as that. Simple as that, right? But glad to hear that you have adapted pretty quick. But other than that, thank you, Asta, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Kazuki. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I got her at 9 pity in my alt account. Pandora Mama-san came home. This next comment is Ayo. Well, something about when he saw the silhouette and pulled for her, and pulled her, and then yeah, Kazuki. Yeah, I'ma just not go on with that. Those extra replies. Yeah, I'm gonna just move on to the next comments. Also got the Remente in my alt account at 13 pity on the Scamcha banner. The heck? You're just pulling just to pull. Nova, this guy, Kazuki. Kazuki is definitely way worse than what I was doing. This guy literally has an itchy finger to pull for things on Pretty Derby. This guy has a itchy finger, or what they say, a trigger finger. Trigger happy. You need to relax, Kazuki. even in your well, I guess your alt account's fine, but you just got a trigger finger, don't you? Just ready to pull the trigger and pulls, huh? I prefer Grand Life all day over Mant. Grand Life easy. Also, people have different opinions and preferences, so yeah. I knew nobody in JP that complained about Grand Life or heard no complaints. Let alone everyone on Global was like, I can't wait till Make a New Track was over so we can play Grand Live, because everybody was excited for Grand Live. And next thing you know, people are being hypocrites, and next thing you know, they're hating on Grand Live now. For whatever reason. I don't know what reason that is. So, yeah, Global people be spoiled or something like that. They're just weird. They're just weird. And then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna quit the game. Watch. There's people like that already since like Make a New Track, probably, or even since the beginning, actually. But yeah, am I surprised? Not really, because we're talking about global people here. Global people, in general, are low-key cringe when it comes to most games. They'll lose a 50-50 in some other games, and they'll be like, I'm gonna quit because I lost a 50-50. Like, please. It's just getting old. Old and annoying. Old and annoying. If you're gonna quit, no need to announce it. because you're the problem. If you announce it, you're part of the problem. As of anyone else, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you're gonna quit for asinine reasons, you're the problem. You know what you signed up for playing a gacha game. Deal with it. Deal with it. If you knew what you signed up for, then complain. Then yeah, you shouldn't be playing. Like I said before in the past. But thank you, Kazuki, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And then the rest should be from Nova. Starting off with... Oh boy, maybe plot 1 is even clutch this time around. I'm gonna get wrecked so hard, but it is what it is. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. But it is what it is. Like I said before, IRL stuff takes priority. Oh no, I say that all the time too. I say that all the time too. You gotta do something IRL, just there you go. That takes priority, of course. That takes priority, of course. If you gotta do something in real life, the games can go on the back burner and wait for a bit. That's all it is. That's all it is. Gonna have to get Pandora next time, Shushu. I guess she's a medium option, but like, I don't need that many medium options. Well, because like nearly everyone's a medium option, if you think about it. You got all the medium peoples being able to go onto mile, most of the time, or long distance sometimes. Even some of them being able to just go through all distances, and their main one is still medium distance. So yeah, it's just been like that. Medium distance is just a popular option. The popular distance, if it wasn't obvious already. For those who didn't think about that, know about that. For the support card, I chose just Neo Power. Other Guts cards are kind of meh. Of course, I'm not going to pull right before Annie. No sane person would do that on a scam banner. Well, there's a certain person that would. There's a certain person that would. I ain't gonna lie, there's a certain person that would. And we all know who that is. Nova says, Kazuki gotta get back to Wua, man. We need more Wua enjoyers. Oh, he's a Wua enjoyer. He just doesn't play the game, which doesn't make sense to me still. Like, he's enjoyed it when he played it. But that's it. He quit. So it's like, did you really enjoy it if you quit? That's just how I see it. You can't tell me you enjoyed the game, but you're not playing the game. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Then he came back to literally pull for Imeth, and that's it. That's it. It's like, why even come back if you're just gonna pull and leave? Your account is still gonna just be stagnant while you're not touching it. You're leaving it there. So what's the whole point? What's the whole point of having it if you're not gonna play? I still don't understand. Like, yeah, I get it. You enjoyed the game and all of that, but he's still hella. It still sounds like he's hella glazing over it while not playing the game. It's amazing. Like, I'm not against it. Like, I like that more than people quitting or not wanting to play games. Well, wait, I should probably say quitting games for the most, like I said, asinine reasons, or deciding not to play a game without even playing the game itself, or for not even actual like game reasons, because they're only crying about the gacha system. So I'd rather have people like Kazuki who actually enjoyed the game, even though they're not playing the game anymore, than people quitting and not playing for stupid reasons. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe there'll be some time, there'll be a time where Kazuki actually does come back, but I don't know how far behind he'll be. Because if he literally quit right after Imeth's banner, then I don't even know if he played the rest of, was it 3.1 at all. Or if he even... Oh no, he definitely didn't finish the Lahai Roy story. So I don't even know if he played the 3.1 story with Imeth when she was released. He probably just pulled for her. That was it. So it'd be funny if that was the case, because if he really liked Imeth, I feel like he would have probably played off the whole entire Lahai Roy at least. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Long distance, that means I just have to go on the long distance grind again later in the year. Yep. That is pretty much what it is. We live and breathe RNG in Uma. A bit of money helps, but you still got to deal with RNG everywhere. Only the 200 guarantee isn't RNG. True. True. That's like the most 100% thing, I guess. The most guaranteed thing, because it's literally called the guarantee. But you can have all these stars in your inheritance and all that, and you'll still not get it. That's just, you could, and everything else, you could still lose being a higher rank than anyone else. You could still lose to a lower rank. Yeah, everything is pretty much RNG. So that's just the understanding you gotta have when you play Pretty Derby, whether you're training, racing, or and pulling, because gacha is RNG. Let's not forget that, everyone, before we start complaining that why is gacha RNG. Well, you guys are, if you guys still question it, you guys are low key. So yeah, you just gotta accept the fact how RNG Pretty Derby is, because that's literally should have been the first thing you realized within the first few weeks you started playing. But wait, Kazuki, you can come back to Will for Imeth rerun now for that S6. That was a loud car. That was a loud car. Where is it? Also, I might be whooped in Wuwa Combat, but when it comes to support cards in Uma, I can stand my ground. You can? You can. You and me both getting whooped in Wuwa Combat when it comes to the tacit holograms, and even in the tower adversity in the middle tower sometimes, because that middle tower sometimes, especially the last two, it takes more than a couple tries. I ain't gonna deny it. I ain't gonna deny it. Well, there are two kinds of mamas. One is the holy yikers bazonkas mamas, and the other one is the normal mama who is actually blood related to another character. I would assume so, that those are the only two. Wednesday's the heaviest day in terms of gacha updates. Tuesday and Thursday are usually the norm for those big gachas, but I think Princess Connect is Friday night. I wouldn't know what Princess Connect was. I just know it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the main big gachas most of the time. Free derbies all around. Sometimes it'll be on during the week, or at Monday, that'll be in the middle of the week. I just know it's never usually on the weekend. It's like rarely on the weekend, except for like those few times that I had to do it on the weekend. But those were big events, I think. So I hope that's not the case for me this time around. I hope not. Nice to have and free to play don't mix, Shushu. Well, you're not free to play. Let me get that out of the way. Also, you have to consider this. Water vehicles will come first before the actual helicopters and the flying ones. So you can get it first, but I'm waiting for my actual helicopters and fighter jet. Also, I would just rather do quick travel. The villa and the other water vehicles will cost around 9 mil. So I'm going to have to delay my apartment regardless. I'm for sure going for the villa or the house. I'm gonna see how the pulls go, because obviously for the skins and I guess the water vehicle or the jet ski, I'll see what I can get out of the early pulls, because obviously those are usually the cheaper options, and then I'll decide as the version goes on. That's how I'm gonna approach it. Also, what triggers shoot? Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's anything else to say. No. Oh, I guess I don't know. Maybe helicopters and flying and other flying ones would end up arriving soon. But if we're just if we're just getting water jets, water vehicles, or jet skis, we still haven't gotten a boat. So the boat could be next, and then maybe helicopters or planes, or what else would be like a? I guess I don't know what else would be flying. Flying vehicle. But yeah, I would assume they would release a boat at one point. But honestly, you're right. I'd probably just end up fast traveling unless there's places that will need a water vehicle in order to get there, because they won't have a fast travel. At least maybe. We'll see. Also, what triggers Shushu right now is just Hattori skin or lack thereof, and of course the Linnae rerun. The Linnae reruns. I'm over it now. Because the only reason why I was triggered about the Linnae rerun because it was so soon, and that could have been one of the earlier times to release Lucille instead of making me wait. That's it. As of right now, it's just the lack of Hattori skins. Because everyone else was getting skins, whether if it's one or a couple. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm calling up the NT devs. It's like, where's my Hattori skins? You gonna give everyone else paid skins and all that, but you're not gonna give the one character that I do want to get skins for at least one singular paid skin. I guess in a sense, this gives me a reason to enjoy her gacha skin even more because I do really like it. But now my first official skin that I'm most likely gonna get because I haven't thought about Shinku or Eroi's yet, which I should before it goes away. But the first official skin might go to Zanko if I don't get Shinku or Eroi's or both before Zanko. So it is what it is. Because I do like obviously the dragon armor skin or whatever for Shinku. Makes her look way cooler and all that. And then I don't know about Eroy's. I forget, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Is the new federation really Russia? I thought the theme was closer to Germany or something. Guess we'll have to find out. Well, I don't know. That's just my guess. I said it was my guess. Oh, let me see something. Let me see if this will. Oh. I mean, if we think of like all the people from the new federation, none of their names doesn't sound Russian, that's for sure. But they have like a whole mix of different languages in their names, so you can't even go off their names. you can't even go off their names. So who knows? Who knows? I was just guessing based off Linnae. I'm gonna be honest. But we'll see. Let me see something. I mean, there is something called the. This is me trying to go with real life, but there's something called the Russian Federation. If that counts for something. That counts for something. So, who knows? Who knows? Looks like the Uma team in Zenless for me is going to be Trigger and Seed. Apparently double attack team is still viable. Well, that's why there was her and Orphe, no? Seed and Orphe was a team, and then you just had Sissy right? Or was it Orphe attack also? You had Sissy and Seed. And then you had Seed and Envy. So they were all attacked to match with her. Because Seed, all you had to do was match her with another attack, but you also need a character that can help swap out also, which Trigger does well. Or you can do a Trigger, but that's why I had Astra, like I said. Because it was easier to do it at Astra, I'm not gonna lie. Because it just happens. Apparently double attack team is still viable. Well, that's what we've been using Seed with, right? That's what I was using this whole time with Sissia. And they were both electric, so it makes sense. It makes sense. As for Claret with her new armorer class, I don't know what role that would be. Neither would I. Neither do I. People have been saying they're adding new classes way too fast. It could be concerning if these new elements or whatever becomes oversaturated. And then again, having multiple elements just mean we'll have to pull more. Well, I wouldn't say too fast. Because we had Rupture, and that was pretty much the idea of, or the new class for the year. And then now we got Armor class, which is, if it was more than one throughout the year, sure, but I guess this time around, I would probably say it's because we got Wind, Lumaflux with Remiel, because of Remiel, and then now we're worrying about Armor class, but it is what it is. It is concerning. I feel like it can be concerning, but we'll see how it is another year if they actually do release another one. Because honestly, I think we pretty much have a good main elements out of the way, right? Besides like what water would probably be the only like normal usual element that we have in Zenless, right? Because we do have fire, electric, wind, physical. Then there's ether. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Ice, no water. So no earth also, but I don't think earth would make sense. They can somehow, but I'm like a no normal basic element. I don't think earth would be one, because most of these games don't do earth. At least off the like. Oh no, I was gonna say Genshin doesn't, but they do. They definitely do with Geo. I almost lumped Genshin in part of that. I don't think so. Same thing with Starro, I don't think so. So Mongol does. Mongol does have Earth. Well, I don't think they'll do Earth. They could do water. I wouldn't be surprised if at one point they'll do water. Because I mean they literally had Sigrid. If you've seen the beginning of the summer story, then they could have made her reverse water, but then now we would have had water, wind, and Lumiflux for this season. It's already a lot. I'm not gonna deny it. It's already a lot. So, yep, got Sandroni and Dip. I'm just watching the trailer and shorts on Genshin. Got Sandroni and Dip. Basically what Kazuki did for Wuwa. Actually, I didn't know they let you skip the entirety of 2.0 and Zenless just to catch up to 3.0. My Taiwanese friend apparently just skipped all of them. I didn't know that either. I didn't know that either. Well, I don't care about people who just skips the story anyway, because what's the whole point of playing these games if you're not gonna care about the story? That's my take on it. Because these games are mainly built for story, besides like the end game stuff. So if you're primarily there to not even enjoy the story, or even know the story, then yeah, I don't see a reason for you to stay or play the game, so to speak. That's just how I see it. Well, Arknights is just a niche gacha, like you could say for Uma. Unless you're invested in the story, I don't think you should bother, honestly. Oh, that all depends on me if I sit and read the story, right? But I did say that I'm a story guy, so it might work out if I do decide to play Arknights, but... Well, the original Arknights. I do play Enfield, just for those who thinks I'm confusing the two. And HSR Zenless might just be the Ana planet. They're more bamboos than humans. I guess Lucy's dream world could be stretched out to a sonorosphere. It's a stretch, but I can see it. Because it was technically built around her memories, which these sonorospheres are built on memories, obviously, as we've seen in with Chisa and all of that. It's funny that GFO1 has this one collab with another IP, and the whole collab lore happened just because we got Klukai drunk on one sip of alcohol. So never get Klukai drunk unless you want to be stuck in another world. That's funny. I just learned that Air Groove is related to rulership. Man, those Uma designs are just peak. I do like Dura as well. I've always liked Dura's design. And I did like rulership's design also. Yes, Shushu, Ryan is the only cursed Uma with the hairstyle. Even Shakur has a decent hairstyle. I agree. That's why we don't talk about Shakur like that. I agree. Oh, I'll hold off on that for a long time in Enfield. Oh, I hold off on that for a long time in Enfield exploration. I guess that's what happens when I was gone from commenting from a week or so. Oh, the last two is done as well. The last fissure was insane. You just have to sprint like your life depends on it. Yeah. Because even with the Sheer Knight Nexus upgraded, even with the Sheer Knight Nexus upgraded, I still barely made it. Like, barely made it. I didn't make it like 2 or 3 times before I made it, so... So yeah, it is what it is. But I get it. But yeah, I just thought you would have gotten it done early on because, yeah, I did it early on. Because I wanted to clear the map. And yeah, I needed to do it anyway just so I could get all the other gases and other stuff, resources for the base, because then it would have taken me longer to set up my bases in Wuling if I didn't do that quest already. Then there's a repeat of the comment for whatever reason. Grand Live, isn't it called Grand Concert? Also, if they hate on Lark 2, then I have nothing to say except GTFO now. What is after Grand Live? I forgot what was after Grand Live. Was it the 3 goddess ones? That one was, I swear, if all they're gonna do is complain about these upcoming scenarios, I don't know what to tell them because they're being ridiculous. Yeah, it is Grandmasters next, and then Lark. Yeah, if they complain about Lark, especially because that one was really friendly, then global people have major issues. I ain't gonna deny it. I ain't gonna deny because I didn't complain for any any of these scenarios. Even make a new track, I was still enjoying make a new track. Grand Live apparently was the one that people was waiting for, but now they're all just complaining about it. And now it's just global people finding anything to complain about. If I'm going to be honest, it's the same in any like other games. The global community just finds a way to complain about many things for no reason. It's just how it is. It's just how I've seen it over the years. But it is what it is. Mono teams in reverse and Cesian are still popping off though. They're still gonna have those games that still have it, but the norm doesn't seem to be that way anymore. Hold up. My Zenless electric team is now up with Rena. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Who is even in your electric team? Because technically you could have done Seed with Sissia and Trigger if you wanted a pure electric team without Rena. Wait, isn't because wait, is she electric? Or am I or is she physical? I'm actually confusing Trigger because I don't remember. I haven't used Trigger yet, obviously, since I didn't build her. Oh, I did build her. I haven't used her yet. Yeah, she's electric. Yeah, if you wanted a pure electric team, there's still that. But I don't even remember Rena's like buff and all that, so maybe you replace the Trigger with Rena for whatever reason. Maybe. Saying no to Qing Shao, that's not the Shushu I know. I didn't say no. I just need to know if there's what other team she can be put in besides Denia, so because if she has to be paired with Denia, then I'm gonna have to figure out many other things. So we'll see what happens. And then lastly, with Rena's W engine, I just didn't realize that I have 4 other copies. It just shows you how many times I got effed in the weapon pools. So I just overclocked all of them, and now my Rena is built and strong. I actually have a good amount of Rena's W engine also. So that, Nekomatas, Lycons. So yeah, I've been there. I've been there. But I think this is pretty normal for me. Well, actually, let me. That is the last comment. So let me actually refresh before I continue or end the video, I guess. But yeah, it seems like that's pretty much it for the comments. So thank you, Asta, Kazuki, and Nova for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, the going over all 10 tickets was perfect. But I think this is pretty normal. Within 15 tickets, 3 days. Yeah, 3 days, because Friday, Saturday, today's Sunday. Made it to gold 3. I think this is normal for me. Do I want to count this as day 3 and 4? Or just day 3? Because day 1 was the first ticket. Day 2 I didn't do, so I guess that's why I had 5 tickets. And then day 3, I'm in the middle of day 3. I'll just name it day 3. And then this is basically day 2 and 3 videos combined because I did use 10 tickets. So yeah, I think this is normal for a day 3 attempt to be in gold 3, because now I'm just like, the next video should get me to gold 4, if not plat 1. Where am I? 50? No, that we could. There's a chance to make it a plat 1. Yeah, we just need 2,500. There's a chance to go to plat 1, definitely. in next video. So is there? Is there? We'll see. I'm kind of iffy about that. If everything goes well, I guess, because we still need to go to Gold 4 first. So I think we'll make it to high Gold 4 and not to plat next video. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far in the video, I want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how you guys are doing in your League of Heroes so far. And if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, let me also know about how your weekend went. Just leave it down in your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know, and as long as appropriate, I'll go over. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.